During the Joseon Dynasty, there were instances of killing and killing each other in the royal family. Iseonggi, the first king of Joseon Dynasty in Korea. King Taejo Iseonggi was born in 1335 in Yeonghun, South Hamgyong Province. In 1388, he had gained the power of the government with Wihwadu retreat. And in September 1392, he became the first king of Joseon and was crowned at Sudok Palace in Kaesong. However, due to the first princess rebellion, which was created by Lee Bang-won, the third king Taejong, in 1398, he handed over the throne to his second son Bang-gwa, and he was in Hamhung royal villa. Thanks to the ambassador Muhak sent by King Taejong, Taejo came back to Hanyang again. He passed away at Changdeok Palace in 1408. Taejo had 6 sons and 2 daughters from his first wife, Queen Shini of the Han clan, who died before he took the throne, and 2 sons and 1 daughter from his second wife, Queen Shindok of Kang clan. Influenced by his young wife, Queen Shindok, and Jeong Do-jeon, one of his closest advisors, Taejo leaned toward choosing the youngest of his 8 sons, Grand Prince Eun Lee Bang-seok, as crown prince. This angered his older sons the following the untimely death of Queen Shindok in 1397, with Taejo's 5th son Bang-won as ringleader. They schemed to kill Jeong Do-jeon and others among Taejo's advisors who supported the choice of Grand Prince Eun as heir to the throne. And Lee Bang-won immediately reverted and raided the palace, killing Jeong Do-jeon, his followers, and the 2 sons of the late Queen Shindok. This incident became known as First Strife of Princes, aghast at the fact that his sons were willing to kill each other for the crown and psychologically exhausted from the death of his second wife. King Taejo abdicated the throne in 1398 after only 6 years in power, this time naming his son's second son, Grand Prince Yeongan, as his successor. Yeongan became Joseon's second ruler, King Jeongjong, after his father's abdication. After ruling for about a year, he abandoned the throne under pressure from his younger brother Bang-won, and Bang-won became Joseon's 3rd monarch, who ruled for 18 years as King Taejong. In the background of the crown prince's appointment, there was a love for King Taejo's youngest. But the influence of Queen Shindok, the second wife of Iseonggi, and the consent of Jeong Do-jeon, the top state counselor of Joseon, Yeong Ui-jung, also played an important role. Unlike his first wife, Kang was descendant of governing group who needed the power of his wife's family. Queen Shindok must have had a strong influence because she was a young wife who was 21 years younger than King Taejo. Then why did Jeong Do-jeon recommend the youngest son, Bang-seok, of the second wife as a royal crown prince, not the primogeniture of first wife? Instead of powerful and intelligent Bang-won becoming a king, the 11 years old young Bang-seok would make it easier for him to carry out the politics he pursues. Iseonggi as a general was outstanding, but he was not a prepared king. It can be said that he met a kingmaker who would make his ability the best and sat down as a king. So he makes the mistake of establishing a crown prince with his personal feelings. The price was a painting ending. This annals of King Taejo, Taejongsilok, was recorded Iseonggi's regrets about his incident. I've made a young Bang-seok as a crown prince since I founded the country earlier. This is my fault that I fell in love with and was not familiar with loyalty. It also records the mistake of aides who wanted to make Bang-seok crown prince. Jeong Do-jeon and rest of them were not able to avoid the responsibility. On September 15, 1396, Queen Shindok, who was not well, died suddenly, and King Taejo was sad and made her dedicate a tea to her tomb every day. And finally, he built Heungcheonsa Buddhist temple for her after a year of construction. As soon as Hungcheonsa Temple was completed, King Taejo often visited the royal tomb and temple, and it shows how much his love for Kangha Queen Shindok was so great. In 1398, 2 years after Queen Shindok died, Ibangwon's first two princes rebellion broke out, and Jeong Do-jeon as well as Bang Seok and Bang Bun brothers were killed. Her son-in-law also killed by Bang Won, and her daughter Princess Gyeongsun suffered from misery of becoming a female monk. Lee Bang-won's anger didn't stop at killing her children, but at the same time, he wanted to secure his legitimacy. He made two systems as a Seoul Kumgoryong and Jeoksa discrimination, which means the rules limiting official positions of concubine's child. This later led to the sad tears of all the child of concubines of Joseon society. Lee Bang-won also destroyed the royal tomb of Queen Shindok after he ascended to the throne, and he ordered the relocation of Queen Shindok's tomb. But before that, when King Taejo Iseongge died, he demoted Queen Shindok to concubine of the palace and raised his mother to Queen Shinui. When King Taejo passed away, Jeongnim began to be treated poorly. King Taejong allowed the construction of house near the tomb of Queen Shindok and relocated to current location, Jeongnim, because it was inside the fortress.